Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead and the Walking Dead universe. We are here to talk about 8B of Fear and talk about the final villains of both the Walking Dead series with Pamela Milton and Troy Otto with Fear the Walking Dead, and compare what is the best final villain so far for the Walking Dead franchise. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And why I think that Fear the Walking Dead has one advantage over the final half of the Walking Dead. So, I did not think I would be saying that because you all know how much I love the original Walking Dead. The 11 seasons of the original series. It is my favorite show of all time. For any that, don't know, I guess I'll tell you. The original Walking Dead, I mean, TV does not get better than that, if you ask me. But here's the thing about it, right? I've taken some time to sit on it. I've kind of thought that this was going to happen anyway. And now that we've seen a actual introduction for the final villain of Fear the Walking Dead Season 8, hell, the final villain of the entire series, I felt the need to make this video, mostly because I want to hear what you guys have to say, and if I'm just crazy or if this is just factual, I don't know. But here's what I would say, right? With Fear the Walking Dead, I mean, Season 8, there's been a lot of problems, right? Padre, Victor hasn't really, started off all that great. There's been a lot of problems, right? The writing has been very, very bad with a lot of what they did in that first half and even stuff already in the second half. There's been a lot of problems, right? But one of the biggove things I can say about this final season is that the villains have not been good. They have not been good at all. Shrek, Crane, Dove for a time was kind of a villain. I mean, they really weren't intimidating. They really were not all that great. Now, for The Walking Dead Season 11, I think throughout the season, they had some rocky villains. Like I wasn't too big on Pope, but Lance Hornsby I genuinely enjoyed. And if Lance Hornsby was actually the main villain of the final 8 episodes of The Walking Dead series, that would be 11C. If he was the main villain for those final episodes, I guarantee he would have been better than, Troy. But when I'm comparing Pamela, because unfortunately Pamela was our final villain for The Walking Dead, and she is the main villain of 11C. She's the one that captures our characters, that fires at them, shoots Judith, leads the Commonwealth Army. I mean, it's Pamela, right? So when I'm comparing Pamela to the final villain of Fear the Walking Dead, which for Fear, that would be Troy Otto. Troy Otto versus Pamela Milton. Man, it's kind of rough because I think the writing of the original Season 11 is way better than Fear Season 8. I think the directing, the overall direction of the show, I think everything related, I mean, the way they concluded it, some of the characters, some of the stuff like that, Season 8 of Fear does not compete with anything related to the final half of The Walking Dead. I mean, The Walking Dead, I would say, had a great final half. But the one thing I think that I do think has a chance to be better, and the one thing that I think is kicking off better, is Troy versus Pamela as the final antagonist. Because, here's the thing. Unlike other Walking Dead villains, and this might be an unpopular opinion, Pamela did not scare me, guys. I'm going to be honest. I said that in the reviews too. Pamela did not scare me like your Alpha Beta did, or your Governor did, or Negan did, or stuff like that. You know what I mean? It just... Alpha, Beta, Governor, Negan, they all had like this spark to them, you know what I mean? They all had this like intimidating side to them. Pamela, to me at least, just was like some politician, you know what I mean? And for Walking Dead, a politician, look, it's not a bad idea, but when you're comparing a woman that literally wears a dead person's face on her face, you're, comparing Negan, a guy that bashed 2 of the most important characters' heads in just like that in front of our characters, and the impact that left. And when you think about that, and then you think about Pamela and what she did, You did this! She didn't scare me. Like, when she was walking up to Yumiko and she's just like, you better be careful of your actions and all this stuff, it just did not scare me. Lance was creepy. Lance was somebody that was actually intimidating. Pamela, to me, she didn't scare me. She was just like kind of an angry mother that had a bunch of stormtroopers and, gathered people together. Like, it didn't scare me. It didn't give me that scare factor for a final boss, for a final villain of The Walking Dead. Now, when I take that and I compare her to Troy in Fear the Walking Dead, Troy has a real motive. He has a reason to be angry. Some people would even argue that Troy's actually in the right, you know what I mean? Because Madison did come in there and kind of steal the ranch from his father and then kicked his ass out and let, Walker and his men take over the community practically. So you could understand why Troy is upset. I actually fully back Troy at times a lot. The only thing I disagree with him with is that he did get his brother killed. That is one thing. He definitely got his brother killed. But aside from that, I mean, Troy's in the right. To me, he is. He's completely in the right. And that's what I love about Troy's character is that they give you these layers to his character and they give you all this depth to him. You know what I mean? And not to mention the actor for Troy Otto, Daniel Sharman, he is so good. I mean, he is absolutely amazing. He walked in there for like 5 minutes of the episode and absolutely stole the show. He absolutely stole the show. And I guarantee he's going to continue to do that, And like I said, whether or not you think that Troy's return is unrealistic or realistic really doesn't matter here. He is the final villain of Fear the Walking Dead. Versus Pamela in the original series, I just can't even see how anybody could say that there's a comparison. I really don't. Obviously, we got to see where Troy goes, and then this will, determine this. But at least as of in the now type of thing, and as of currently stands, Troy Otto is way more terrifying than Pamela. Pamela to me, she wasn't scary. I've talked about this many times. It's no offense to the actress for Pamela, but I do think that she was miscasted. I do feel like Pamela could have been cast by a different actress. I really do. One of the biggest ones that I always talk about, and I don't know if anybody's going to know who this is, but there's a TV series on AMC called Better Call Saul, and there's an actress in there that plays a character named Kim Wexler. And that actress, I think, in the placement of Pamela, anybody that watches Better Call Saul, you know what I'm talking about. She is a great actress. I think the Kim Wexler actress would have done a phenomenal job as Pamela. Like I said, I'm not trying to bash, the actress Layla Robbins or whatever. She's good. I don't really find that she fit the role of an intimidating politician type of character. To me, I think the actress for Kim Wexler in Better Call Saul, I think would have done a killer job with that character. And I think had they have chosen a different actress and maybe made some different writing decisions, I think I would have been a lot more intimidated by Pamela. But in terms of just what they did with her, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't scare me. You know what I mean? Troy Otto, Daniel Sharman, the performance that he pulls does actually get me kind of like, oh shit, like, okay, like, I get it. He's back for revenge. This is going to be intense, that type of thing. Pamela didn't really scare me. So anyway, that's just my 2 cents. That's just my opinions. I think pretty much everything about the final half of The Walking Dead is about to be better than 8B of Fear the Walking Dead. But I think that the final villain, I hate to say it, guys, I think Fear the Walking Dead is going to do better. I do. With Troy Otto, his motives, his reasonings behind that, and then you see Pamela hiding in her stupid little office. I'm sorry, it's not even a competition. So anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you got to see more? Absolutely understandable if you got to see more. But for me, at least in the now, I think currently setting up the storylines, I think Troy is going to be better. I do. So if you're new to the channel and you enjoy this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos of The Walking Dead universe. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Fear of the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.